dark skin activist, the creator, the inventor, the designer, the architect of the first platform in history ever for the eradication of darkism and colorism and dark skin discrimination. I am here at the protest for our dear brother that was murdered by the police, Duante Wright. And I'm just up here looking around. I'm going to put the camera on the crowd so you guys can see. It has not really gotten started yet. We are downtown St. Petersburg in City Hall. I don't think that it's kicked off yet. It's just people still gathering and coming. But I want to make sure I'm filming this live. We doing our part down here to protest. And yes, you do see a lot of white people, because there is an element in the Uhuru movement. So just be prepared. That's what it is. But we're gonna go over here and join.
Oh, I see a garbage.
This is St. Petersburg City Hall. Y'all, this is a very, very racist city. I was born and raised here, been living here all my life. And I can tell y'all right now, like, this is a very, very racist city. So I'm happy that we down here protesting, because it needs to be done. So put that in the garbage, and I want to walk over there because I want to get that sign on camera. How y'all doing? All right, y'all. This is City Hall, and this is actually the spot where the leader of the Uhuru movement, Omali Yeshitela, tore down a racist mural that used to be down here. And let's go look at this sign we got over here. Okay. It's me. This is the sign we got, y'all, in honor of all the black lives that have been lost. Yes, Duante Wright is mixed race. He is. But we got Duante Wright, George Floyd, Brona Taylor, Tyron Lewis, Aiyana Jones, Mike Brown. So yes, I like the signs. Jail killer cops now. Absolutely. Stop the war on Black America. I like that. All right, y'all. Okay. So.
You guys want a sign?
Yeah, we'll take a sign. Thank you. All right. You want a sign, dear? Lauren? Let me see. Can you hold it? Is it too heavy for you? Let's see what that sign says. Hold on, hold that sign, Lauren. I want to film that. Justice for George Floyd and Duante Wright. Absolutely. Absolutely. What does that say on the back? Hold on, hold that up real quick, Lauren, so I can film that. Stop the war on Black America. All right? All right, y'all. So yes, I'm here at a protest. Duante Wright. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. At the St. Petersburg City Hall. This protest, I believe that it was the Uhuru movement that organized this. And we are here at City Hall getting ready to protest. So, yes, I'm just letting you guys see everything that's going on. And like I said, I think people are still gathering, and it hasn't really kicked off yet. But we definitely have people out here getting ready to protest. How you doing? Huh? Huh? Oh yeah, you can. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm taking pictures so we can.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You're welcome. Okay, y'all. Hey, Lauren. There's a Times photographer that was asking me if she could photograph Lauren. Obviously, we know that at a protest like this, the media is going to be present, which they should be, because the more coverage we have of it, the better. Absolutely. So, but yes, y'all. This is what it is. And I must say, I'm very happy to be here in honor of supporting justice for all these black men and women that have been murdered by the police. Been doing this for like forever. I mean, year after year, they didn't even have the decency and respect. You understand? You got the George Floyd trial going right now, where they done put him on trial, and they don't even have the decency and respect to just chill out. They're still around here shooting black people. It's crazy. It is crazy, but I am in solidarity here, and as you guys can see, we are here live at Duante Wright's protest right in front of City Hall. This is where we're at. Okay, that's where we're at, y'all. Okay. Like I said, St. Petersburg been racist for years. I was born and raised here. My mama was born and raised here. My brothers was born and raised here. And I can tell y'all right now, this city right here is really not the city to come to. Really, it's like that pretty much all across America. But some cities is worse than others. So, yeah. But this is St. Petersburg's City Hall. Give you guys a good view.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Is it okay if I have her name just for my
Sure. Lauren, Lauryn.
What's Lauren's last name?
Irwin, Irwin.
How old is she?
9.
Y'all live here in St. Pete?
I'm sorry.
Y'all live here in St. Pete?
Yes.
I heard a little bit of what you were saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I was born and raised in St. Pete. This is a racist city. So I've seen they got Tyron Lewis over there he was the one that was murdered in 97. I don't know how familiar you are with that. And I believe it's the Uhuru movement that organized this. So they've been at the front lines of this for like the chairman Omali Yeshitela. He tore down the racist mural up here back in the 60s. So it's the struggle is ongoing. This is not anything new. So I had to come down here and support. I myself was a member of the Uhuru movement for a very long time. So I've seen a lot happen in this city with racism and oppression and what I call darkism, discriminating on darker skinned people. But of course we know that it happens to people of color all across the board, as is the case with Duante Wright. So I had to come down here and support when I got the email. Most definitely.
You got the email from the Uhuru movement?
Yes.
Okay.
I got it. I got the email directly from it. Did you mind being on? I'm filming off of my my YouTube channel.
Oh,
that's what I'm doing. I'm always filming live.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I got the email. But like I said, this is nothing new for me. I joined the Uhuru movement back in 1998 when I saw an article about the chairman tearing down, and it took them years. That's another thing. I'm glad you talked to her, because she goes to a fundamental school, and it took them years to recognize and acknowledge this man is almost 80 years old, and they tried to demonize him, but they finally acknowledged his contribution in the school system. I noticed that one day she came home with an assignment about, they call him Joe Waller, but his name is Chairman Omali Yeshitela. So it took years for us to get to a point where we even acknowledging that what the chairman was saying was right all along. So yeah, I've seen a lot. So I'm not surprised by none of this. It's the same thing over and over again. Oh, definitely. I was at George Floyd, of course. Like I said, I've been doing this.
Did you bring Lauren too?
Oh, definitely. Oh, of course.
Is she your only daughter?
No, I have a son. My son Raheem. He's 22 now, but when I first joined the movement, he was right there with me, and he was living in Baltimore at the time, but he was out at all the protests, all of them. So this is what we do. You have to. You got to speak up for yourself, or people will just run all over you. So, but yeah.
Thank you so much for talking with me.
You're welcome. No problem. No problem.
Are you with the gentleman as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is he family or friend?
Yeah, he like my brother.
He's like your brother?
Yeah, he's like a brother to me. Yeah, my cousin, she's somewhere down here. She's coming. I tell everybody I know, come on,
Yeah.
let's protest.
What's your name?
Rashida.
Hey, welcome everyone.
Yes. Good to meet you. And what's your name?
Ivy.
Ivy. Nice to meet you as well.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay. Nice to meet you as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Is
everybody.
your last name Erwin?
No, it's Strober. STROB as in boy, ER.
Solidarity, and I'm here to remember.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Remember all the Black lives that have been lost to murdered by the police. I just want to kind of get everybody started. I know there's probably some groups that want to speak, so we want to get some folks up here to speak from some of these different organizations. How's everybody feeling tonight? Yeah, good? Yeah? All right. How's everybody feeling tonight, huh? All right. No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace! Black Lives Matter!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
All right, everyone make some noise!
Woo! Black power.
Thanks again, everybody, for coming out. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. I don't usually get up here and say anything, but so good. Do we have somebody who would like to speak? I know we've got some groups here. We've got PSL. I think we have some folks from Uhuru. Anybody like to? The mic is open here. So.
Hey, Naturally Awakened. Thank you. I appreciate that. Excuse me, baby cake. Just want to get that.
Testing.
Over there.
Say his name! Say his name!
Duante Wright!
Say his name!
Duante Wright!
Say his name!
Duante Wright!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get no justice,
You don't get no peace.
if we don't get no justice,
You don't get no peace!
everyone out here today, thank you for standing with black and brown people today. Thank you for taking your Friday night to be here. Thank you for showing that you care. Thank you for showing that St. Pete stands with Minneapolis. We refuse to continue living in a society where black and brown people are murdered simply for existing. We have seen since the murder of Ahmaud Arbery, Brona Taylor, and George Floyd, nothing in the governance of this country has fundamentally changed, just like Joe Biden promised. He promised that to a room full of rich donors, and he's keeping that promise. We've seen him saying he's against defunding the police. We've seen him call for increased police budgets and military spending. We have seen the police continue to abuse and kill black and brown people almost every single day in this country because they're not here to protect you and I. They're here to protect capitalists and private property. We've seen the police continue to serve evictions during a deadly pandemic, forcing people out of their homes to protect the banks and landlords. Black shot him. Charging and killing these, not killing, but charging and jailing these killer cops is the bare minimum the courts, it's the bare minimum that we can do. But it's just like the courts are another piece of the white supremacist system that disappears, tortures, and murders black people year after year. We can no longer stand for this. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Some people might say that we have to go to the mayor, we have to go to the city council because they control the police. But who controls our politicians? I think we can all agree that big money controls our politicians. It's rich people. They control the politicians, they control the corporations, and that includes the mainstream media. They control our entire society. Ultimately, we need a whole new system to organize society. We need socialism. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No racist. Say his name.
Duante Wright.
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 Only us, working class people, working together, can protect each other. We must aggressively reject the culture of racism and anti-blackness that this country breeds. We must fight racism with solidarity. Our society is not going to change unless we change it. We won't stop until we see justice. And justice is more than jailing killer cops and defunding the police. Justice is a society that doesn't produce white supremacists. A society that doesn't produce terror here and abroad. Justice is a society where capitalists don't profit from the suffering of black and brown people around the world. Where working class, oppressed people have real power in our communities. Where the safety, health, and lives of black people are protected and valued. If the oppression of black and brown people is foundational to this country, we must break that foundation. And we must do so with multinational solidarity. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No.
Black lives matter.
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 What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
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 we don't get it.
Shut it down.
All right, is there whoever want to speak next?
All right. Now the brother finna speak, y'all. Here we go. Uhuru.
That ain't loud enough. I know I came with the song and food, but I was expecting y'all to get louder.
Uhuru.
One more time. Uhuru!
Uhuru.
Uhuru means freedom. Swahili word. And we, as the Uhuru movement, we believe that freedom should be on the minds of every African working class, poor person on the face of the earth, because we understand that we are not free as African people, as African working class people. We are not free. So we have to fight every single day for Uhuru, for freedom. And that's what we're doing right now. We're going to come here to fight for Uhuru. If you know it or not, that's what we came here to do. 20-year-old Duante Wright murdered by the colonial police in Minnesota. That is not unusual. That is not different. That is the same old thing that happens every single day. We have a banner right there
Trying to get back there.
Says
Excuse
fist
me.
up, fight back. When I say fist up, you say fight back. Fist up!
Fight back!
Fist up!
Fight back!
Fist up!
Fight back!
That's the cry that all these young African people need. We need to fight back. It is not racism that is killing black people. It is a systematic, not systematic, it is a system of colonial domination. Colonialism is what kills African people, which is what kills Mexican people. And that's what is killing us right now. It is not a racist cop. Because no matter if the cop would have smartly got the taser, the African was still going to get tased because he was colonized. It is the fact that that person is an African is what qualifies that person to get approached and to end up in these situations that always for us end death. So what I'm here to encourage every one of you to do, I'm here to encourage you to fight against colonialism, because that's what's going to stop the killings of our people. I'm asking you to fight for black community control of the police, the ability to hire, fire, and set the agenda of the police in our community. They got to live in our community. It's a different relationship that the police will have with our people if they are our neighbors. It's a totally different relationship that they can have. They can't kill their neighbors. And if they kill their neighbors got something to say, and they know where they live, and we can come bring them to true justice. So we talking about black community control of the police. Give us the opportunity. Ain't nothing else, defunding or I don't know, the police review boards or the body cams. None of that came out of the black community. None of us said that. That's something that other people said that they think might help. But we as the black community know exactly what we need in order to make sure that the police don't kill us. And that means that we need the ability to control the police. And so that's what I want everybody to understand here today. That we are not begging. We are standing up and we are fighting. We said a long time ago that we wanted to be free. And part of our not being free is the fact that we live in a system that benefits off of the oppression of African people, black people. From day one, when we met white people, when white people went to Africa, stole Africans from Africa to work in the benefit of building America and Europe. That's why we have a Duante Wright. If he was left alone in Africa, we probably wouldn't know his name. I know his name probably wouldn't have been Duante either. But at any rate, the fact of the matter is that he is here, and the reason why he is here is because a colonial relationship that we have to the U.S. white power, imperialism, and I agree with the young lady here. We need socialism, and that's what we fight for, socialism. So I just want to encourage everyone. There's a relationship that we have with one another. If you're African, you are the colonized. If you're North American, as we like to call, if we understand black people to be here in North America, white people, you are the colonizer. So understanding those relationships require us to take a different position when it comes to the matter of black lives. So black lives don't matter until we get black power. And you as a colonizer you would understand that. You would understand that. So reparations is due as well. So I'm gonna get up out here. I wanna bring up a member of the Solidarity Movement, a movement that we as the Uhuru Movement, African People's Socialist Party lead, Jesse. Come check it. Uhuru! No justice?
No peace!
No justice?
No peace!
Reparations?
Now!
My name is Jesse Neville, and I'm a member of the Uhuru Solidarity Movement, the organization under the leadership of the African People's Socialist Party, a leading member of which we just heard from, Temba Shabanda. And I want to salute and unite with everything that Temba just said. And our job as the Uhuru Solidarity Movement is to organize white people like myself to stand in solidarity with the black community, not just on those days, which is almost every day, when another black life is stolen by this vicious colonial system, but every single day that black people are forced to live under this foul and disgusting social system known as parasitic capitalism inside this country and around the world. And I want to hear everyone here say, Uhuru, if you believe reparations are due to African people in this country,
Uhuru!
if you are a white person and you support black power, I want to hear you say, Uhuru. All right, good. Glad to hear that. And I want to say that we stand for justice for Duante Wright. We stand for justice for Adam Toledo, 13 years old, killed in Chicago. We stand for justice for Dominique Harris, shot down by the police here in St. Petersburg, Florida, and for all of the other countless young African people who have been murdered in this city, going back to Tyrone Lewis, Markel McCullough, Javon Dawson, and so many others whose lives were taken from them, who were taken from their families. And we know, white people, we know that doesn't happen to white people. Maybe here and there, but not as part of a social system. That doesn't happen. White families don't have to bury their children. White parents don't have to worry every single time we say goodbye to our child that might be the last time we see them. That is not the experience that we have in the white community. Because there are two Americas. There are two realities. There are two St. Petersburgs. There is the wealth, the opportunity, the security, the prosperity that we take for granted as white people. And there is the nightmare. There is the police violence, the police terror, the murder, the mass incarceration, the imposed poverty, the gentrification, the pollution, everything that is imposed on African people, and the genocide against the indigenous people of this land, which continues unabated to this day.
Right.
The indigenous people are forced to live on reservation camps that are euphemistically called, on concentration camps that are euphemistically called reservations. And the other indigenous people, Spanish-speaking indigenous people, are falsely labeled illegal immigrants for crossing a border that white people put there at gunpoint to come back onto their own land. That's not racism. The ideas, the foul and nasty ideas that white people carry around in our heads that we created to justify that system, that's colonialism. And the African People's Socialist Party teaches us that distinction is important, because if I, as a white person, believe the problem is racism, I must unlearn my racism, then I will spend thousands of dollars taking unlearning racism workshops, and I will be a really cool white guy with very few racist ideas in my head, or so you will be led to believe. But black people will continue to be gunned down, and I will continue to benefit from their oppression. The social system stays intact. That's why fighting racism is not enough. Colonialism has to be destroyed. Capitalism has to be destroyed. And the struggle for socialism is being led by the real workers of the world, the black working class. the African working class, the colonized workers of the world are leading the struggle for socialism. So those of us white people who want to take a stand for socialism, who want to take a stand for real social revolutionary transformation, we have to join under the leadership of the African working class that is the pedestal upon which this whole system rests. And we sit on that pedestal. We benefit from this social system. We white people, we can never lead the struggle. We are not going to lead the struggle,
Right.
but we have to play a role in it. We have a responsibility in it. And as quiet as it's kept, white people and white society and the United States government and St. Petersburg and Rick Kreisman and the St. Pete Police Department and Wall Street and the corporations and the general white population owe reparations.
That's right.
Reparations are owed, not just for the assault on Africa that happened hundreds of years ago, but for the assault on African people that happened 5 minutes ago. Reparations are owed for everything that has been done to enrich us, to benefit us at their expense. So we say justice for George Floyd, justice for Duante Wright, justice for Brona Taylor, justice for the entire black community of South St. Pete that's facing the threat of extinction at the hands of this city government's gentrification
Sure
and
is.
containment policies.
Damn sure is. And this is
with the
real.
black community, white solidarity with the black community, with black
This
power.
is real, y'all.
Reparations
It's not a
to
game.
African people.
That's exactly
So I
what's going
encourage
on
you
here in
to
St.
join the Uhuru
Petersburg.
Solidarity Movement. We have organizers here where you can sign up with us. You can get involved because we got to go beyond protest. Protest is good, but when the cameras leave, we can't leave. White people, we have to get organized under the leadership of the black liberation struggle. We have to go back into our own white communities, talk to our own white families, talk to our white classmates and coworkers and neighbors and professors, and build a movement for reparations to the black community and turn our backs on our own ruling class. They can't count on us. The white ruling class cannot count on us any longer. We will not be their cannon fodder. We will not be their lynch mob. We will not be their troops, their police, their killers. We stand with the black community. And if they are going to attack the black community again, they should have to go through a ring of steel in the form of the Uhuru Solidarity Movement and white solidarity with black power. So if you agree with that, join us. Join the Uhuru Solidarity Movement. And I want to thank the organizers of this demonstration and say justice for Duante Wright means reparations now. Uhuru.
All right, y'all heard that now. Y'all heard that.
Hi everybody, my name is AG. I'm a member of many organizations. Today I'm wearing a Dream to Finish shirt. Last summer it was Movement St. Pete, DSA. Gone to plenty of Uhuru Movement meetings, gone to PSL events. And I gotta be honest, this is probably gonna be the last time y'all gonna hear me speak for a minute. I didn't know if I wanted to speak today. When Kayla said, say his name, I didn't know what name to say. I didn't know if I should say Stephon Clark, or Kai Gurley, or Samuel DuBose, or Walter Lee Scott, or Rayshard Brooks, or George Floyd, or Duante Wright. I've been doing this since I was a teenager. And I come out to these marches and I say things that are supposedly inspirational. Folks like to hear what I have to say. More or less, I come out talking about peace and transformation. I give you the nice version. I give you the version that's supposed to inspire you, that's supposed to make you feel better. And I don't have that anymore. They have taken that from me. I don't have anything left but my anger and my fury. I have taken every possible step, from elections to marches to door knocking to canvassing to rallying. I have done it fucking all. And they're still killing people. And they're gonna keep killing people until there's another response.
I'm gonna sit down.
The last summer, I was outside when Ron DeSantis was here. I talked to Timba. He laughed at me. I knew why he was laughing at me. I was like, they're trying to lock me up. And I think maybe he thought in that moment I was feeling myself. You know, maybe I thought I was like Mamiya Abu-Jamal or something, or, you know, Chairman used to tell him. It wasn't none of that. I just knew all the protesting that I had done, all the taking to the streets was about to be made a felony. And sure enough, yesterday, the state of Florida made everything that we did
I'm gonna give her a break and let her go rest, and then we'll come back over there. And then I can film from where we standing, because she wanna come over here and sit down. But I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you guys are learning something from this. You wanna sit over here, Ron? Let's sit right there, wherever. You wanna sit over there? Yeah. Okay, come on. That's right. Okay, y'all. I hope that you guys are enjoying and learning something and being inspired by this protest. And I'm here because the Uhuru movement invited me here. I'm here to support justice, okay? And I'll just be up front with y'all to tell y'all, I don't agree with necessarily every group that's out here, but I'm here for one reason, because this is something that I've been doing. I've been protesting for a long time. I've been fighting for black political power and black social justice for a long time. So that's why I'm out here. But anyway, I'm gonna keep filming from over here so you guys can see. We got a lot of people out here in support, and as you guys can see, this is a peaceful protest, okay? Nobody's getting crunk. And I remember back in the day when I used to be out here protesting with the Uhuru movement, y'all. They would have like a heavy police presence out here. I noticed that they're not out here, but I'm finna tell y'all, that white dude kept it real. That white dude kept it 100 about St. Petersburg and how they operate. They're buying up all the damn property and pricing the black people out. Y'all, that's racism. That's systemic economic darkism. That's what it is. And Lord have mercy. It just never ever stops. The oppression never ever stops. So we out here in support of justice for all of the black folks, all of the brown folks, all of the people that have lost their lives under this racist system, okay? And I know that some of y'all gonna come on here because I saw some of the comments saying that Duante Wright was not black, okay? Listen, my whole thing is I'm not out here trying to be disrespectful to someone that I understand now, I feel that this young man was murdered and he didn't have to be murdered. I see him as a human being first. Yes, I am the dark-skinned activist, but y'all gotta understand that I've been protesting for all black people. That's why when people be trying to come at me, talk about, you don't like light-skinned people, I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you saying? I've been the dark-skinned activist, but that doesn't mean that when I see injustice happen to a brown-skinned person, you know, a light-skinned person, etc., that I'm not going to come and protest on their behalf. In this instance, this just happened to be a biracial person. My thing is this, more than anything, the way that this young man died was fucking senseless. That's really what it is. It's senseless, okay? So that's why I'm out here in support. For whatever reason, it's not, I don't know what's going on, but it's not like a lot of black organizations that I see, all black organizations that's staging the protests. It's not. But my thing is, I want to support justice for all of these black people, and that is why I'm here. No, I do not agree with everything. It's different agendas out here, but like I said, I can look past certain things and focus on what I'm on. And what I'm on is justice for the black people that have been murdered by the police. And this has been going on and on since slavery. Okay? Like he said, talk about the colonial police, all this is true. So I want justice for this young man. I want justice for George Floyd. I think that the police officer that murdered this young man, she's out on bail. Did y'all know that she's out on bail? They got her up out that jail quick. They always gonna come and defend their own, even when their ass is wrong. Even when their ass is wrong. Okay? Okay? But the thing is, naturally, let me go back to your comment. Let me go back to your comment here. Give me a second. My bad. Keep on changing the camera. When we talk about the whole thing about naturally awakened, shout out to you. We talk about the thing about gentrification. You're right. You're right. We should be trying to buy the property in our neighborhood and maintain the property in our neighborhood. We should be doing that. And I've made that argument many a times. But you know what? The racism and the darkism comes in where barriers are put in place to where black people cannot get loans. You got sellers that don't want to sell to black people. It's so many different barriers that's in place that stops even the most dedicated person that's dedicated to it. That's why, honestly, a lot of black people will leave this city and go somewhere else. They won't even stay here in this city because of all the barriers. And this fucking racist ass mayor, that motherfucker is racist as fuck. Okay, listen, I'm putting the camera on City Hall. I'm finna tell y'all right now. Another reason why I'm glad they down here, because the mayor of this city is a nasty motherfucker. And he got a black woman as the deputy mayor who I believe she was married to a white man. So what they try to do is they try to pretend as if, you know, they'll put a black face in there, a token in there. But that man, I remember one time before he became the mayor, I hired him. I had been in an accident and he got mad because I was asking questions and he decided to fire me. This motherfucker decided to fire me. Nasty ass motherfucker. He's a racist and he's very fucking nasty. And I'm happy that they're out here in front of City Hall protesting. That's another reason that I came. The top reason that I'm out here, of course, is because I do support justice for Duante Wright. I support justice for Brona Taylor, for George Floyd, for all the black people that have been murdered and butchered by the police. That's like the main objective out here. So that's what it is, y'all. I hope that y'all are feeling better about this. I hope that y'all in y'all city, wherever y'all live, I hope that y'all would go to a protest, okay, to honor Duante Wright. I hope that a peaceful protest, as y'all can see, it's peaceful out here. Ain't nothing crazy going down, okay? It's all about justice. It's all about justice, and that's really what I support. I support justice. Yes, I'm the dark-skinned activist. I'm never going to stop being a dark-skinned activist. I'm never going to stop fighting for dark-skinned people's rights. I'm never going to stop fighting to eradicate darkism. I'm also a humanitarian. At the end of the day, I'm also a humanitarian. So, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over here because I want to finish listening to some of these people speak. And I hope you guys are learning, and I hope you guys are inspired. And I hope you guys keep praying for justice, especially with the George Floyd trial. Let's pray for justice. Let's pray that Chauvin does not get away. The man murdered George Floyd in cold fucking blood on camera, and everybody's seen it. So I don't even understand how the lawyer could defend him. I don't even understand how he even has a lawyer that's willing to defend him. But it is what it is, y'all. I'm gonna put the camera back on the protest. Whoop.
Thank you all for being here. It's important to really go on and work on what it is in the black community.
Okay.
But I'm glad we all have been
Okay, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get off of here. I want to thank y'all for taking the time to watch. Make sure you guys share this video. Share any video that you see, any protest video that you see, because what it's all about is about pulling people together that believe in justice for the victims of police brutality, of police violence, of police murder of black people. That's what this is about. So make sure y'all share, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all support. And I want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch. I will talk to you guys again soon. Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. And I want to say once again, rest in peace and justice for Duante Wright. Rest in peace and justice for George Floyd. Rest in peace and justice for Brona Taylor, Tyron Lewis, for all the countless black lives that have been savagely taken for us, and our ancestors who died coming over here enslaved. All right, y'all, that's it. I love y'all, and I will talk to you guys again soon. All right.